In the heart-wrenching episode of Gunsmoke titled Smuggler, I find myself entangled in a perilous web of deceit and treachery. The episode commences with the arrival of a mysterious stranger in town, whose secretive demeanor and suspicious activities quickly draw my attention. The stranger, later revealed to be a notorious gun smuggler, brings with him a deadly cargo of firearms, intending to sell them to the highest bidder among the town's more unscrupulous elements. His arrival threatens to shatter the fragile peace of Dodge City, a peace that I have fought tirelessly to maintain.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on west, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with the U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Over here, Matt. Take a look at these.
What?
What do you think's pretty?
Ronnie. I don't wear galluses, kitty. I like those anyway.
Oh, Matt, Mr. Dillon's on them all the way from New York. We gotta encourage him. The store will never stock anything but beans and ammunition.
Well, I can use beans and ammunition, but I won't wear those.
Lovely. You look nice in a pair of bright suspenders.
Galluses.
All right, gallant. You like the purple one?
No. But they're not as bad as those pink and orange. What is that they got stitched on them anyway? Chicken?
Don't be silly. They're pads. Don't fancy now.
They sure are.
I'll buy them for you.
No, you won't.
Please, Ron.
Give them to Chester if you want. They're more his style than mine.
All right, I will. You refuse to be elegant.
I refuse. If Chester has any sense, he will too. Or those people think he's a whiskey drummer or a barber.
That feed pudding like a buffalo, thunder. Mr. Dillon?
Oh, you looking for me, Chester?
Yes, sir. Oh, Miss Kitty. Morning, Chester.
Mr. Dillon, there's a sergeant from Fort Dodge over at the office.
Major Evans sent him in.
Oh, what does he want?
He says the major... Gracious alive, look at them Gallagher. Man.
What does he want, Chester?
He says the major wants to talk to you.
Oh.
Right away, he said. Chicken.
Well, where is the major?
Hmm?
The major.
Out at Fort Dodge again.
Well, just you tell the sergeant I might ride out sometime tomorrow if I'm not busy.
Yes, sir. Well, it's only 5 miles, man. Might be important.
I know, but I've dealt with Major Evans before, Kitty. Is there any mail this noon, Chester?
Looking a lot of things. For 3 days now.
Yeah, that much less trouble.
Uh-oh. Here comes some trouble caught in the plaza.
Now what?
Major Evans.
Oh? And I guess he really does want to see me.
Sure looks like it.
Good afternoon, Marshal. Oh, how are you, Major? Why don't you sit down? No, thanks.
Oh, Major Evans?
Oh, Chester. Marshal, I sent Sergeant Bowers after you this morning. I was figuring on maybe riding out tomorrow, Major. I prefer not to wait another day. Oh, what's the trouble? Pawnees are raiding again. I hadn't heard that. No, it's an army matter. Except for one thing. Oh? They've been... Sure, and I'm convinced those rifles came out of Dodge. Why? No, it's the closest source of supply, and I want you to stop it. I'll gladly stop it, Major. If it's true, they can find that out easily enough. Oh, we'll go over and see Mr. Jonas right across the street there. I'll be back shortly, Chester.
Okay.
Hold on. Who is this Jonas, Marshal? He's the only man in Dodge who sells rifles. Yeah, I see. Anybody who's been buying lately, you'll know. Can he be trusted? I trust him. Well, somebody's been buying rifles here, and they might have paid this Jonas to keep it quiet. He isn't that kind of a man, Major. Well, I hope you're going to buy something this time, Marshal. Oh, I'm afraid not, Mr. Jonas, but I want you to meet Major Evans from Fort Dodge. How do you do, Major? Jonas? What can I do for you? We'd like to know if anybody's been buying rifles in quantity lately. Indian trouble, huh? Yeah, I told him, Marshal. Told him what? That you've been selling rifles to some gun smuggler. No, Major, I don't believe I have. How do you know whether you have or not? Anybody can walk in here. Sure they can. But if I didn't know him, if he bought up a wagon load of rifles on the sudden, I'd tell the marshal about it right off. The only men who've ever been in here are buffalo hunters, and they only buy 2 or 3 rifles at the most. Well, Major, those rifles are coming from Dodge somehow. I know they are. And I'll stop it if I have to search every wagon that leaves here. You mean you'd use soldiers for that? Yes. There'd be trouble. Sooner or later, they'd try to stop some hardhead who'd start shooting. Soldiers are trained to shoot back, Marshal. I don't want innocent men shot down for no reason at all. The Pawnees raided a ranch down on Crooked Creek just this morning, Marshal, 50 miles from here, but... They did? How come nobody's heard about it? The man and the woman can't be moved, and their 2 boys were killed at once. The cavalry patrol found them this morning and sent a messenger to report. Oh, why didn't you tell me this before? We gotta get Doc now there. I'm on my way there myself. We'll give you an escort, Marshal. Good. If you can keep up with it. We rode hard, but it was nearly dawn when we reached what was left of the ranch on Crooked Creek. It had been burned, of course, so the stock destroyed. Half a dozen men of the cavalry patrol were standing on all-night watch while their Indian scout-tobiles slept peacefully in his blanket. The lieutenant in charge informed us that the man and the woman had both died, so after he dispatched his messenger to Fort Dodge. But Doc wanted to have a look at him anyway, so Major Evans and Chester and I went to the fire, had a cup of coffee. I don't know anything I'd rather have right now in this country. You ought to join the Army, Chester. The Army doesn't usually serve coffee all night yet, and I don't approve of this fire. Major, I'll get Tabeel over there. If he thought the Pawnees would be back, he'd have put the fire out himself. Sound asleep. I suppose you're right, Marshal. After all, he's an Indian himself. He's a good scout, too. I've known Tabeel a long time. Man is rather undisciplined, but valuable. I'll bet he is. On both counts. Oh, that. Well, all the usual thing with Bennington, and a few new ones. Chester, get Doc some coffee, will you? Oh, sure. Scout, I suppose. For a start, ain't you? Worse than that? How that man lived as long as he did, I don't know him. You savage devils. But I think the woman was unconscious during most of it. A man must have tried to kill her or he raised her head. How do you know that? Here's your coffee, Doc. Oh, thank you, Jeff. The groove across the head was too narrow for a rifle bullet, man. And I don't think those Pawnees had pistols. No, but they certainly had rifles. Oh, that reminds me here. I got the bullet out of the man, man. Yeah, good. That's funny. What is? This is a .44 caliber. You don't see many of them anymore. Here, Take a look, Bishop. Yeah, you I believe you're right. What do you make of it, Marshal? Major, I think I can find this gun smuggler. You do? Yeah. I'd like to borrow Tobeel over there to help me. My scout? What for? All those Pawnees have a day's start on us, but with Tobeel's help, I think I can catch up with them. Oh, no. Oh, I'm afraid that'd bring out the whole tribe. No, I'll run this war party down myself as soon as their supply of arms is cut off. Oh, they'll just be Tobeel and Chesterby, Major. It's the gun smuggler I'm after, not the Indians. I'll go with you. They'd spot it through the cavalry. The three of us can get through the country without their knowing it if we have any luck at all. Just what you have in mind, Marshal? I'll tell you later, if it works. Well, you guess I can't stop him. No, you can't. Then I'll go without Tobeel if I have to. As you would. All right, Marshal, take him. Thanks. I just hope you know what you're doing. Major, does a man ever know? For sure. Pawnee right slow. They don't think we follow.
Well, I just hope they don't find out, Tobeel.
Too bad they find out. Maybe 30 Pawnee war party. Kill us very easy. We better breathe our horses a little. Let's stop here. What? Oh, good.
All right, now I wish I was. I had to feel a whole lot of the paper.
Rocco, why we follow Pawnee?
Yeah. Or I'd feel better if I knew myself. Maybe.
Well, I'll tell you. First of all, that was a .44 caliber bullet Doc found in that rancher's body. Only Henry rifle shoot 44. Yeah, that's right, Tobeel.
I ain't seen a 44 Henry since I can remember.
Most of the buffalo hunters around here use a 45. Or if they use a Sharps or a Remington, that's a 50. You just don't see many 44s. Army, they have own Springfield 45.
You bet somebody's fired a bunch of them Henry 44s and sold them to the Pawnees. That what you figure?
Yeah, that's right, Chester. But whoever it is didn't think far enough ahead.
All you need.
Well, he sold his rifles all right, but his customers are going to have to come back to him for ammunition. They can't get it anyplace else. And the market's all his.
Sounds to me like he's created a pretty good business.
Yeah, too good. Now those Pawnees will be looking for him. And him alone. Marshal, right. Most Indians only need rifles. Steal ammunition all over. One place, other place. Only they'll find 44 bullets no place. So they'll go back to this man. They have to find him. If we can keep on their trail long enough, we'll just naturally find him too. 30 Pawnee on Warpack, all armed with good rifles. Maybe you find us before we find them.
Yeah. Huh. I guess it could work both ways.
Well, nobody's going to find anybody.
Yeah.
All right, let's get moving. The Pawnee trail led south in a straight line, as though they knew exactly where they were going. We followed them for 2 days, and on the third, Tobeel informed us that the war party had been joined by another one of about equal strength. A band of Indians this large had protected itself with a ring of Scots, so we were forced to drop back and follow them more slowly. Then they turned to the east. And on the fourth day, we began to wonder if we were wrong about their trying to find a gun smuggler. Maybe they were just going to lose themselves in Oklahoma territory. Big country, Marshal. Pawnee may be blow apart like sand. You mean they might separate and wait a while before raiding back into Kansas? Sometimes do.
Mr. Dillon, look. Yonder comes a rider.
What? White man. Cowboy. Yeah. He's riding pretty hard. Rides like man of freight. Yeah, let's wait here for him. Yeah.
Oh.
Hello.
You headed in the wrong direction?
Oh, why?
Your man is smart. We'll turn around and ride. Edgar's alive with Pawnee.
You see any?
If I had, I probably wouldn't be here to tell you about it. But I've seen plenty of sign. A worse kind of sign, too.
Oh, what do you mean?
There's a powwow some sort about 20 miles back from you, mister. They left a white man there.
Oh? Was he dead?
Just about.
You talk to him?
I talked to him. But he didn't have much to say. Not with no tongue.
You left him there?
That's not all they done to him. But he can still use one hand. They give him my six-gun.
Oh, I see.
The funny thing, though, there was wagon tracks leading into that camp and leading out of it, too. I figured no how. Only will probably no keep wagon Marshal. Also,
Chasing them Indians? No. The wagon we're after. And whoever's driving it.
your business, Marshal. But I'm riding all the way to Dodge, and I'm going to stay there.
Maybe we'll see you when we get back.
I'll be there. I wouldn't gamble on seeing you. So long.
So long.
Well, what do you think of it, Mr. Dillon?
Well, as Tobio says, the Pawnees wouldn't fool around with a wagon. There must have been more than one white man.
Well, you find the wagon, I think maybe 5, 6 hours.
Yeah, but it'll be dark soon.
So be your track wagon, Doc. I have to move back to the Elvis country by daylight.
We move. Pero,
Yeah, that's the wagon. But I only see one man there, Tobio.
one minute.
Big fire. Full white man fire. Well, we've crawled close enough. Let's stop here. Where?
We gonna rush him, Mr. Dillon?
If he starts shooting, Chester, we'll have the Pawnees down on us. Wait, fall asleep. Tobio. Crawl up. Cut throat. Yeah. That's the deal. I gotta be sure this is the right man.
How are you gonna find out?
Look. Bluff him. Look, Chester, you and Tobio stay here. I'm gonna walk up to that fire.
You're taking an awful chance, Mr. Dillon.
Play it on me. Thanks.
Top way out. Get your hand up.
No.
I'll kill you.
And my friends out there will kill you.
What friend?
Put your gun away, mister. You haven't got a chance.
Who are you anyway? What are you doing here?
Put up your gun. They might get nervous.
How do I know anybody?
All right, then shoot. You'll find out. Well, go ahead.
You must be crazy. All right, I'll put it up. There.
All right, now tell me about you and the Pawnees.
Honey? What are you talking about?
I want to know where you got those rifles you're selling. Those Henry 44s.
You're a lawman.
Don't try it, mister. You can't outdraw me.
Maybe not. But I'd sure bring an Indian down on you fast.
Bet you won't live to see him.
I won't hang you.
You won't hang. You'll get about 10 years in prison. It's not enough, but that's all you'll get.
You're a sheriff or something?
And a U.S. Marshal.
A marshal, all I gotta do is shoot. I'll make you shoot. And then Pawnees will get the other end. So,
I make you tea. I don't make deals.
But you have to make this one short, Will, because I've decided I'd just as soon die right here and 10 years in prison.
So what about your partner?
A pardon? You know everything, don't you?
Just about.
I can't touch him. He's with the Pawnees. They keep him as sort of a hostage till I get back from Tuscosa with more ammunition.
You buy the rifles in Tuscosa?
Sure. But them Indians is kind of mad about not finding 44 caliber bullets real handy. You think?
We fucked them good. You're not very bright, mister. How do you suppose I know about your partner?
How did you?
We found him where you left the Pawnees. He was dead.
Dead?
Yeah. You want me to tell you about it?
What's there to tell? They got man Dillon.
He died slow, mister. Real slow.
They torture.
That's right. He wasn't very pretty when we found him.
I don't want to hear about it.
He was your partner. Might have me.
I thought I don't want to hear about it.
Well, I'm going to tell you about it anyway. First of all,
No, don't tell me. I can't stand there. I hate...
All right, then listen to me. You start shooting, I'm not going to kill you. These are my friends, but the Pawnees will come and they'll think you tried to fool them. They'll do worse things to you than they did to him.
I couldn't go through that. We'll see what they do.
All right, give me your gun. Come on.
Take it. I don't care what happened, Wally. You think I'll get me?
All right. Now go get your horse, mister. And hurry. Or none of us will get out of here. Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman McDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were John Daner, Lawrence Dobkin, Harry Bartell, Barney Phillips, and Jack Edwards. Harley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Gunsmoke has been selected by the Armed Forces Radio Service to be heard by our troops overseas. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke.